I'll try and get a couple more questions in if I can. Ben Terrett, please. Ben Terrett.
Do you think Madonna is right to ban Sarah Palin from her concerts?
Yes. Madonna said, Sarah Palin can't come to my party, she can't come to my show. And for older viewers, Brigitte Bardot said, I know pit bulls, and no pit bull is as dangerous as you are, Sarah. OK, so, who wants to go on this? Ken Clark.
Well, I always, in American elections, keep out of American politics.
Why?
So
It's so exciting to get involved.
It doesn't matter now. I'm a maverick backbencher.
Yes, you say what you think.
I always try to think which one would I vote for, and I find McCain and Obama quite attractive personalities in dramatically different ways. So I wavered a bit, although a bit towards Obama, but I'm a bit worried about his protectionism. The nomination, I'm afraid, of Sarah Palin as the Vice President and the thought that she will be a heartbeat away from the leadership of the most powerful country in the world made my mind up, and I think it will make the mind up of the American electorate as well. I'm not going to join in the abuse which certain ladies have hurled upon her. It's nothing at all to do with her being a woman, but it is an astonishing system that allows somebody to come from such complete obscurity, with such complete lack of knowledge of the world and most of its problems, and get very near.
But there's an easy one for you, John Denham. Unanimous applause, and we know the Prime Minister prefers Obama. What's your view?
All ministers will all say under these circumstances at the moment that we think that America is an important ally. Their democracy is enormously important, and we will work.
Not all ministers. Harriet Harman was sitting here. She said she was for the Democrats.
We will work.
And Gordon Brown said Obama had all the good ideas.
We will work with whoever gets.
I know, but what do you think about Sarah Palin?
Well, I think
as a fellow professional,
Madonna, I think has Madonna obviously has, I suppose, the right to decide who she wants to have to come to her concerts. But I am not going to get drawn into the merits of the candidates in the US presidential elections. I may well have personal views on them, but there is a truth here. We are the elected government. There will be a new presidential team after the US elections, and this country will work with them, whoever is elected, and that has to be and must be the way it is, because that relationship is critically important.
And they'll be listening to you if you insult Sarah Palin, and if she's elected, then they'll be
insulted anybody.
Christian.
I find that rather bizarre. First of all, I think it's wishful thinking on Madonna's part to think that Sarah Palin would want to go to one of her concerts. But it's certainly a good... her talent for getting herself in the prints is quite substantial. But I'm also rather surprised by John's diplomacy on this, because we have the first Prime Minister of this country for many, many years who has managed to burn his bridges with every possible winner of the US election. First of all, during the Democrat primaries, he clearly backed Hillary Clinton, so he's not going to be very much in favour of Obama. And now he's said very clearly he doesn't want John McCain. So whoever wins, the special relationship's going to need a bit of rebuilding.
Okay.
I didn't write that.
Michael Nazir Ali.
Well, I mean,
You're good on pop music, aren't you? Because you were the one bishop who could name all the Spice Girls.
I could, but...
I don't know why was everybody asking the bishops to name the Spice Girls?
Well, yes, but what they don't tell you is that I went on to say that the real Spice Girls are in the Gospels. They are the women who took the spices to the body of Jesus. I
wasn't inviting a sermon, but I'm... Yes, I did. What do you think about Sarah Palin?
Well, I'm always astonished at the sort of people who come to the fore in American public life. I don't know why this is. There have been numerous presidential candidates, not 100 years from now, who've been unable to name world leaders. I mean, the present occupant, in fact. And this has happened before. I mean, why does this happen in the world's only superpower, with such sophisticated people around, that their public leadership, it must have something to do with democracy, I suppose, but it does make one apprehensive about what may happen next.
OK. You, madam, there. Yes, two in. That's you.
Hi. This is a question for the bishop. Do you
hang on. We do questions to the panel. Is it about Sarah Palin?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I don't want a question about... could we have another sermon? I don't want to do that.
Does anyone believe that Sarah Palin is a bit of a fundamental ideologists of the
Ruth-
extreme
Ruth-
far right of evangelicism.
fun-
And that sooner or
fundamentalist.
later, she probably would talk to God like the rest of some
She's a
leaders.
yes, believes in
Do tell
creation.
us.
Well,
Ruthie,
I have
thank
to
you.
echo the sentiments of my co-panellists here and find her absolutely frightening that she could be the heartbeat away from the next president of the United States of America. I don't know what was going through McCain's mind when he actually picked her. I think he thought it was sort of, initially, of course, the response was very good from the American people, but I don't know if any of you have ever seen her doing a television program and answering questions. It is eerie. It is absolutely eerie. I was watching her being interviewed by Katie Couric. Katie Couric, here, ABC in America. And she started to talk about the Bush Doctrine. Which aspect of the Bush Doctrine are you talking about? She hadn't got a clue. And then she sort of ends up by saying, well, I know where Russia is, so I can see it out of my front room. I'm sorry.
No, she was right.
She was right.
Yes.
But it was quite a long way from Moscow.
Okay.
I think it's the wrong bit of Russia, but never mind. But I just found it eerie, and
Okay.
I think she'd be disastrous as
Thumbs down to that one. Let's go on.